In this video, I'm going to show you how to shoot ProRes RAW 4.2K Open Gate in Blackmagic Camera on the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, as well as how to correctly expose ProRes RAW for perfect results. But to do this, you'll need one of these, an SSD, as ProRes RAW can't be recorded internally to your new iPhone. ProRes RAW generates really massive files, so you'll need a fast SSD capable of handling it. This is what I recommend, and it's linked in the pinned comment. So with your SSD attached to your iPhone 17 Pro, launch the free Blackmagic Camera app, and the first thing we need to do to unlock ProRes RAW is open Settings, Media, and tap on Save Clips to. Select Files, then tap the Browse button and select your SSD here and tap Open. Now jump up to Record, and under Codec, choose ProRes RAW. HQ is probably overkill for 99% of filmmakers, but it's there if you want truly insane file sizes. Tap back. Next, under Resolution, you can choose between 4K, which is 4224 by 2240, standard 16 by 9 video, or full sensor Open Gate, which is 4224 by 3024, 4 by 3, and utilizes the entire sensor. I'm going to select Open Gate for maximum resolution. The only difference besides resolution between 4K and Open Gate is that Open Gate offers a max frame rate of 60 FPS, whereas 4K supports 120 FPS for 5x slow-mo. Tap back, and lastly, under color space, select Apple Log 2, then tap the camera to return to the main UI, and when you hit record, you are now capturing in 4.2K Open Gate in ProRes RAW. It's that easy. Note that in ProRes RAW, you only get access to the 3 rear lenses, not the selfie, and image stabilization is unavailable, so make sure you're using a tripod or gimbal. My favorites are in the pinned comment. As you can see, because we're capturing in Apple Log 2, we get a washed out preview. This is what we want for our end video to get maximum dynamic range and the most flexibility in post. However, when it comes to setting your exposure correctly, it is less than ideal. Tap on LUT, and Blackmagic Camera has a free Rec 709 LUT included, which we can enable here. Any user imported LUTs are also available here. I'll select my Gloat LUT for Apple Log, which is what I'll apply in post. While you can record the LUT directly to the clip, leave this off. It defeats the purpose of recording in ProRes RAW, and any LUTs or adjustments should be made in post. Now I have a normalized display, we can manually set our exposure, but be careful. Right now, Blackmagic Camera's histogram is not accurate. The clipping indicators do not appear despite clipping my highlights. To accurately expose ProRes RAW, you will need to use false color, which can be accessed via the monitor controls. Now you can see blown highlights in red, something the histogram fails to display. And if you want lightning fast access to false color, you can map it to the custom function button. Just open Settings, Functions, ensure it's enabled, and under one of your 3 buttons select Toggle, False Color, and it can be enabled from the HUD. Currently, this is the only way to accurately check your exposure until Blackmagic issues a fix for the histogram. And if you want to grade your ProRes RAW video, DaVinci Resolve, which is free, is the best choice on Mac, Windows, and Linux. Just attach your SSD to your computer, launch Resolve, and drag and drop your footage in. Under Settings, if you captured in Open Gate, set your timeline resolution to custom, and then manually input 4224 by 3024. If you shot in 4K, change this to 4224 by 2240 and click Save. Now drag your clips into the timeline and switch to the color page. If you have a LUT designed for Apple Log, like the One LUT or my own Gloat LUT, you can apply it to a node and instantly get incredible results. Then click on the Camera Raw tab and set Decode Using to Clip. Now you can adjust your ISO to get perfect exposure, as well as adjust white balance and exposure bias. And if you have the paid version of DaVinci Resolve, you can of course use a color space transform to convert ProRes RAW to your color space and gamma curve of choice. Under Effects, drag the CST to a new node. For input color space, choose Apple Log 2, and for input gamma, choose Apple Log. You can select your desired output color space and gamma, which is wonderful. Alright, now you know how to shoot in ProRes RAW on the iPhone 17 Pro, how to expose it perfectly using false color in tandem with a display LUT, and how to start working with your clips in DaVinci Resolve using LUTs and CSTs. I hope this video helped. If it did, please give it a hype so others can discover it. Like, share and subscribe, and check the pinned comment for my recommended SSD and Epic LUTs for Apple Log. Any questions, ask in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.